YouTube, what's up? I want to do a quick video on turtle trapping. This year I'm going to do some turtle trapping. Got to looking at the prices of turtle traps and saw how pricey they are and decided, heck, I can build one for myself for a lot cheaper than that. So what I did is I grabbed a 50-foot roll of 4 foot by 2 by 4. These are 2 by 4 squares on here. Welded wire. I got it at Lowe's for like 31 bucks. That 50 feet is going to be able to allow me to make 4 turtle traps. And basically it comes out to like 8 bucks a trap. So, real quick, what I'll do is I'll go over what I made, how I made it. I'm not saying this is the way you have to do it, but this is just looking at different turtle traps and a couple videos on YouTube. There's not a lot on making turtle traps out there, so this is what I came up with and what I'm doing. I'll do videos once turtle season comes in here in Ohio. It comes in July 1st. So once it comes in, I'll put some stuff up showing how these worked. Hopefully show you a couple catches. But for now, I just wanted to show you the trap, what I made. So what it is it's a rectangle. The end here is completely closed off, and this end is open. This door swings open, the turtle can push it open, they just can't push it back out. Real simple and basic, and that's what it is. This hole here, it's a 6-inch hole. In Ohio, you got to have 4 by 4 mesh on the sides of your traps. Otherwise, you got to have a 6-inch in diameter escape hole for smaller turtles, fish, whatnot to get out of. So that's what this is. I went 6.5 inches on this just to make sure I'm more than good when it comes to the legality of it all. Another thing in Ohio and in most states, make sure you have a trap tag attached to this when you put it in the water and go to use it. So this trap, the length of it, it's 4 foot. The length of this roll right here, and I unrolled it. It's a little over 8 foot that you cut, and you make a rectangle out of it, and then just attach the wire. Just wrap the wire around. You can use zip ties. You can use whatever you want to attach it and make your rectangle. Coming up right here, 18 inches. The height is 18. I may get this in the water, I may catch a few turtles, I may find out this is not the dimensions I should have done. I should have done something smaller, bigger, I don't know. But we'll find out. This is what I started with, this is what seemed right to me. Coming across the front here, 30 inches, 2.5 feet. So I went 4 foot, 2.5 feet by 1.5 foot up. In the back, right here, you've got a bait basket. You can use anything to put your bait in. It could be a coffee can with holes drilled in it. It could be whatever, and just dangle it from some wire in there. I mean, there's a lot of different options. This is what I made. I had some extra of this welded wire. Just made a deep rectangle on the top. It's another piece of the welded wire. 3 squares of the welded wire, and I just cut the end one off and bent them around and attached them to this top here. But wrapped chicken wire. I had some old chicken wire laying around that I wasn't using, just like this. You could, like I said, you could use anything, but I'm just using stuff I had outside of this. Welded wire was the only thing I had to purchase to make this. And these little bungee cords, you can get these things for 3-pack, 5-pack can of them for like 3 or 4 bucks. So anyway, this is my bait basket. It's got chicken wire wrapped around the whole thing, and it's on a hinge, so it just opens and shuts. What that does is it makes it really easy for me to get this thing in the water, throw some bait in there. It's big enough that I can fit whatever I want in there. I don't have to worry about chopping it up smaller or anything. Last but not least is my opening. I put a little ramp in here. I come up 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. That's 8 inches up. What that does is gives a lot of support so that the turtles can't push this backwards and get out. So you can look at that. I'm attached down here, makes a little ramp up, kind of levels off, comes right back down. That's 1, 2, 3, so 12 inches, a foot this way, 8 inches up. That's the curve I made. If you want the exact, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 of these long ways, 6 times 4, so 24 inches. So you cut a piece of 24 inches of this, and then you can just make that bend. and that'd get you high enough. This is another piece. This isn't quite, hopefully you can see up in there, but this door piece, all it is on the top here, it's, I bent the tops over to make like a loop and hooked them on here and then crimped them down. So then that in itself makes a hinge for this to swing on. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 2-inch squares, so 22 inches long. Another piece of this wire, 22 inches long. Now keep in mind, I did not make it the full 30 inches wide because I want it to swing freely. So it is 28 inches. So it's 2 inches shorter than the width of this trap. What that does is that keeps this door from catching on these sides here. Both these sides, that door, you don't want it to catch on the sides. You want it, some pushes on that, you want it to just swing open freely. I also, what I did is, on the end here, okay, right here on this end, I had pieces left over. Instead of cutting them off, I initially bent them over and had them just looped over, just like I do for the hinges up here. I still was afraid they were going to catch, so I bent them back towards the opening. That keeps those from catching on the bottom, so that nothing will keep this door from opening. On the ends here, I bent them back, and I bent them in towards the center on an angle. Hopefully you can see that there. But these right here are bent towards the middle and back, so that there's nothing that can catch on anything when a turtle comes to open this door. The other thing I did is I left those on there. Part of the reason was it just worked out that way. But what I'm going to use it for is when I do catch a turtle, I can open these up, bend that over just like that, and it holds my door open. Now I can flip my trap over upside down. The turtle will be on top of the door, and I can dump them out. It's a simple, easy way for me to get the turtles out, and we'll see how it works. Maybe I will find out that it's still way too difficult to get them out, and I need to have a way to get these turtles out from other than the way they come in. If that's the case, I'll let you know. But right now, on the back here, I cut another piece. It's going to be 30 by 18 inches that cap the back of this. And I just tied it on with, I took the wire that was left over on the end of the piece, wrapped it around at the top here, and that's how it's all attached. That piece right here and this little ramp pump piece, those two pieces really sturdy up this trap. So I don't think you really need a frame using this 14 gauge welded wire. When you have those in, that really gives this trap a lot of support and stability. One last thing, you gotta keep your turtles alive while they're in the trap. In the summer in these ponds, the water gets warm. If you come to a trap and your turtle's dead, I would not recommend using it for if you're gonna butcher it and eat it. That's the reason I'm trapping turtles. So you have no idea how long the meat's been in there, dead, and your meat's could be and probably is spoiled. So you gotta keep your turtles alive. You gotta check your traps every day, at least here in Ohio. In order to keep the turtles alive, I'm going to either tie 2 milk jugs back here in the corners on the inside so that this end of the trap floats up out of the water enough that a turtle can get his head up there and get some air so he stays alive in the trap. Or, I'll show you real quick. I'll use one of these noodles. These I have laying around from something else I was using. I think these ones aren't even actually the swimming pool noodles. These are insulation for pipe or something. But anyway, you can pick these things up anywhere. Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards. You can get swimming pool noodles, the floating noodles for playing in a swimming pool, just about anywhere as well. Super cheap. So I may zip tie one of those on the inside right here. Just because I have it. So milk jugs, these noodles, anything, it'll work. You just need something to help make this end of the trap float. This end's underwater, so the turtle goes right up the ramp in. This end's floating, so you can get some air, stay alive. See you out there next time, hopefully with some turtles in the trap. Until then,